Hi, and welcome to Senior Moments. I'm Jackie Sibley Newton, your host. This is a broadcast service of Cleveland Community College on Spectrum Cable and also on C19.tv. We hope that you share that link with friends and family so that they can also get the great information that we share on the show about senior living here in Cleveland County. Today, my guest is Abby Bowling with Cleveland County Family YMCA. And we're going to talk about all of the opportunities for senior citizens here in Cleveland County through the YMCA.
Yeah, of course.
So I know about the Silver Sneakers program, but I don't really know a lot about that. What happens with the Silver Sneakers program?
So Silver Sneakers is ideally just a group exercise class that we offer at the Y. Seniors can bring their insurance cards in, and we can run those to see if their insurance pays for the program for them to come into to the Y. And so it's just a group X class, and they can come join us, and they lift some weights, use resistance bands, body weight stuff, sit and stand in a chair for balance, you know, all kinds of stuff.
Okay. And that's a group activity. So is it done at certain times of the day?
Yes.
Is it done every day of the week?
Our Silver Sneakers is Monday and Thursdays at 10 a.m. and then we have active aging classes Monday through Friday. So around 10 and 11 every day we have some type of class. Whether it be line dancing, chair yoga, chair volleyball, Silver Sneakers, and then we have water aerobics classes as well earlier in the mornings.
Okay, and that could or could not be possibly covered by their insurance.
Correct.
If they're on straight Medicare, if they're 65 and over and they're on Medicare, does Medicare typically cover that?
I don't want to misquote, but typically it could. My recommendation is just bringing it into the Y, and we can run that for them and give them a green light to come in through their insurance. Of course, they can get a membership without that being paid for.
Without that.
Yeah.
Is there a discounted membership for senior citizens through the Y, or is that a typical normal price?
So we do have the normal price, but we also offer scholarships. So they would just need to talk to the front desk, and we can talk them through some of that stuff as well.
Okay. And I know there are 3 locations of the Y. Where do we have YMCA's located?
Great question. So we have one in Shelby, it's the Dover Y. We have one in Bowling Springs, which is the Ruby C. Hunt. And then we have one in Kings Mountain, which is the Kings Mountain Family Y.
And all 3 Ys kind of offer something different. They all have a little bit of different. Do all 3 have a pool?
Yes, correct. We all have pools, but the Dover Y is an indoor pool, whereas the other 2 branches are outdoor pools. So those water classes are outdoor in the summer, and then of course the pools close at Ruby and Kings Mountain in the fall and the winter, but our pool is indoor, so we open all the time.
And if you're a member of one, can you use the other facilities? How does that work?
Yeah, so you can get a plus membership for, I believe it's an extra $5 or $10 for the seniors, which will allow you to go to the other 2 branches, and then that way you have access to all 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a trial period if someone wants to come and try the Y, or is there, how does the membership work? If you wanted to try it out and you're like, okay, I love it, but I'm not going to use it, or maybe they live somewhere else in the summer, or is there a trial period? What's that obligation look like?
So we don't necessarily have a trial period, but we do have guest passes. So we can offer 3 to 7 day guest passes, and they can come in and take a few classes and see if it's the right fit. I will say that they'll probably stick around for a little bit. People join the Y for the gym, and they stay for the community and the relationships that they build. So.
And that's an important thing to talk about specifically with senior citizens is this is an opportunity if they take advantage of a membership to the Y, it's an opportunity for that socialization.
Correct.
So is there a lot at the Y, is there a lot to do for senior citizens?
Yes, so we have an active older adult coordinator at Dover. Her name is Jan Murray, and she is phenomenal. She's great. She couldn't be here today, but she kind of coordinates and oversees all of those programs. So we have some lunch and learns, some snack and chats, bingo with just different companies throughout the county that want to come in and give the seniors an idea what they do.
Okay, and they meet at different times or during those times that you mentioned?
Usually it depends on the company, so it's kind of different times, but usually it's around 11 to 12 or so. It's earlier in the morning, pretty much not in the afternoon per se.
And do all three of the locations have something like that, or is that typically just at the Dover and Shelby?
Some of the other two have some, but I would say Dover has more because we are the flagship branch, and Jan is housed there at Dover. So we have more activities than the other two. But now they do have events every once in a while as well.
Okay. And let's talk a little bit about why it's so important to stay active through those senior years. Yeah, so physical activity is important through all stages of life, but more so important the older that we get, because we're going to lose muscle mass quicker, the chance of getting sarcopenia, the osteoporosis. So we want to make sure that you're getting 150 minutes a week of moderate activity, and then strength training at least 2 to 3 times per week, just so we can kind of prevent some of those diseases or slow them down per se. Sometimes we can't prevent everything, but we can help slow it down a little bit. So talk about that breakdown. 150 minutes of exercise, and then you said about strength training 2 to 3 times per week. Yes. Okay. What does that look like for a senior citizen? Yeah. So it could be different for everybody, truly. You know, some people want to come work out for 60 minutes at a time, which is typical. Group X class is about 55 to 60 minutes, but it doesn't have to be, 50 minutes, 60 minutes at a time. You can work out for 10 minutes, 20 minutes at a time, as long as you're meeting those 150 minutes per 7 days. So that's just the recommendation from the CDC. So do what you can. Yeah, yep, in moderation. And it doesn't have to be Richard Simmons sweating to the oldies. It can be what you can do. Absolutely. So walking is a great exercise, and I know that all the locations have an indoor track if you can't bear this heat. Right. Then do an indoor track, and even if you're not able to do that, the mall will let you walk inside. Absolutely. I know a lot of mall walkers. There's some other places that you can maybe do indoor walking, but try to find that indoor place to do walking. Yep. And you can do it in increments. Yeah, so absolutely. 10 minutes 3 times a day is going to get you a 30-minute walk. Right. And then there's equipment at the Y. Correct. Would that qualify as your 150 minutes or also strength training? Yeah. Because there's some equipment there. Absolutely. So yeah, we have the wellness floor at all 3 branches. If someone doesn't want to join a group exercise class, they can go in and work out by themselves. And we have the cardio and then the free weights as well for the strength training. But just that 150 minutes is that key number we're looking for. And there's just evidence behind all of that for everyone, not just for seniors, that'll get us where we're. And everyone should know that there's research now that shows that physical activity can slow and even prevent things like dementia, because that free flow of oxygen to the brain through the bloodstream can help slow down or even prevent dementia. And a lot of people we just don't think that way. Correct. We think about more what it makes it look like, rather than what it's actually doing internally for us. Correct. And that's a good point, is we want to look good on the outside, but more importantly, we want to feel good inside. So lowering those A1Cs, that blood pressure, the cholesterol, exercise is just truly medicine. And so when people take it and they run with it truly, literally and figuratively, they'll go far. And for our mental health. Yes. When people are feeling stressed and depressed, sometimes it's really hard to get up out of that chair and go do that walk, but that's exactly what we need to do. And even just that socialization will help getting out. And even if you're not talking to people, just being around them is helpful. We learned so much through COVID about being isolated and how damaging that is mentally and physically. Being out, a gym membership, a membership to the Y could potentially be your reason
Yeah.
for going out.
Yeah. It's crazy to see the benefits. Like I said, people join the Y for the gym, but they stay for the community because of the connections with staff, with other members. They're forming those bonds and those relationships with people they wouldn't have met any other way than just coming to the Y.
And the Y is so much more. I called it a gym, but it's so much more. It's
Yes.
not a gym. It's
That's
just
right.
so much more because I know I live in Boiling Springs, so the Dover has the library and there's children's activities,
Yes.
and then there's other activities that go on. There's the family nights and movie nights, and there's things that go on that are more than just working out.
Right.
You know, it's
Yeah.
all about a healthy lifestyle, even if it's not just working out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, if you're a member of the Y and you've never ever done any kind of physical activity before, you know, the scariest part is walking through the doors. So when somebody comes in the door, let's just walk through what that's going to look like for that person, so they know what to expect.
Yeah, absolutely. So gym anxiety is real. So we are welcoming. We're going to welcome any and everybody into the Y. So when you come in, you can sign up for a free wellness orientation, which basically teaches everyone how to, you know, turn the treadmills on, how to stop them, how to go through some equipment, because it is scary if you've never been in and you don't know how to work any of it.
You don't know what
It's
some
a
of that
foreign
stuff even
language,
is.
right?
Yeah.
And so just getting them accustomed to some of the things. And so we offer 3 of those for free. And you just, when you come in and you get a membership, you just say, hey, I'm new here, I don't know what to do. Can I sign up for a wellness orientation? And then we take it from there. And some of our staff, our wellness staff, will go through whatever your qualifications are. You know, you might want to learn how to work the treadmill and someone else wants to learn how to work all of the free weights. So not every wellness orientation looks the same, but it's based off of the individual and what they want.
So they're going to kind of specialize it for what your goals are.
Correct.
And also what your limitations are and what you are capable of doing.
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll come back and learn more about the benefits of the YMCA.
The only prediction I'd make is I'd be pretty willing to bet I won't be doing it in 20 more years.
My question is, where's our residual checks?
144 have taken Republican ballots, and Wes and 2 others have taken Libertarian ballots.
Pravda, however, PBS, however.
Wes.
West.
Well, what-
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
She gets her hair from her mom, her eyes from her dad, and her drugs from her home medicine cabinet. Fact: more people die from drug overdoses than from car crashes or gun violence. And over 50% of those deaths are from prescription drugs. Prescription drug abuse is preventable. 1. Secure and take regular inventory of our medications. 2. Dispose of unused or expired medications. 3. Share this message with others. Be aware, don't share. Lock your meds.
As Cleveland County's premier event facility, LeGrand Center is the ideal location for any event. The LeGrand Center is located 45 minutes west of Charlotte, 45 minutes north of Spartanburg, and just a little over an hour east of Asheville. Whether you're a small business looking for a place for an off-site meeting or a bride looking for that special location for her wedding, LeGrand Center is the perfect place for you.
Welcome back to Senior Moments. I'm Jackie Sibley Newton, your host, and we've been talking with Abby Bowling of the Cleveland County Family YMCA about the benefits of senior citizens staying active and the benefits offered by the YMCA. Again, we wanted to talk about that Silver Sneakers program where their membership could possibly be covered by their insurance. And I know most of their insurances do cover it. Some do, some don't. But the best way to find out is to walk through the doors with their insurance card and come up to that front desk and inquire about it.
Absolutely. We'll be able to run it right on the spot and see.
And I've been, I think, to all 3 locations, and everybody at the front desk is super friendly,
Great.
very helpful, nothing scary.
Yes.
So walk in the front door and inquire and see about it. And if someone's nervous, bring a friend. That's the best way to be most comfortable. Bring your friend.
Yes, absolutely.
Join as a couple. Just come in together. So when they come in, and I know that everybody thinks, oh, I need to already be in shape before I come in, because they think everybody's going to be ready to enter a fitness competition. But that's not what the Family YMCA is about. You're going to see a lot of different levels.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
what does the typical day look like at the YMCA?
Yeah, so that's a loaded question.
Well, I know right now that it's a little bit different because the kids just finished camp and it was full of kids for a while there, and they're going back to school.
Right,
But
yes.
what does it look like
Yes.
for if I was a senior citizen coming in during the day?
Yeah, during the day, I would say typically our senior citizens come in, that mid-morning to about lunchtime, and so we start. We're kind of busy in that morning time, and it is a lot of the seniors, but they're going to come to those classes, the group exercise classes, or they're going to come into the wellness floor. And then by lunchtime, we kind of have the lunch goers come in and come out, and then by the afternoon, it's pretty slow. So if you do have some gym anxiety and you're like, hey, I want to go at a time where nobody's at because I'm scared people are going to look at me, my recommendation is about 1 to 3. Come in about 1 to 3 of any of the 3 branches, and it's going to be a little bit slower than that morning or that evening time, for sure.
So that's a good time to kind of ease into it if you're a little uneasy about how this is all going to work.
Yes, yes, and I promise we are there. If you have questions, just yell at one of us. We have a wellness staff on the floor a lot of the times, and then also no one's really looking at you. They're focused on their workout, and I know that's hard to come across and get that idea, but they've got the earbuds in, they're ready to go, and sometimes people are just in and out, and they're not willing to distract themselves for what new members coming in. So don't let the gym anxiety get
And
you.
there's always somebody at the front desk.
Correct.
So you can always go there and say, hey, I'm having this issue, or I don't know how to do this.
Correct.
I don't know where this is. And somebody is going to find someone who'd help you, or they're going to help you.
Correct. We can't help you if we don't know that there's an issue.
Don't be afraid to
Yeah,
ask.
absolutely.
Don't be afraid to ask. And I think the group classes are a great way to start because you're already going to be in a group and it's structured.
Right.
So you're already getting some instruction, but those can sometimes be a little intimidating too if you're limited. So if someone is, say, in a wheelchair and they just need to work what they can, their upper body, how are things adapted for that?
Correct. We are going to fit anybody's needs. So we have several classes, chair yoga, chair volleyball, that if someone per se is in a wheelchair can absolutely join. And then we have several members that are in wheelchairs that come into the wellness space, and our wellness coaches will help them with the arm bike and some lift weights, and we are just going to accommodate however we can.
And if they're on a walker, you can still walk.
Yeah.
You're on a walker, but you
Yeah.
can walk. You can still sit on some of the equipment and do
Yep.
as much of the activity as possible, and that's going to prevent you from any other deterioration. It's going to strengthen
Correct.
everything
Correct.
and help with that as well.
Yes.
So there's no limits.
Correct.
Just come in,
Correct.
get the workout, get that physical fitness, get that socialization. And also, you mentioned a little bit about some education, like some lunch and learns.
Yeah.
What kind of topics do they talk about at the lunch and learns?
Yeah, there's a lot of different topics. So we'll talk anything from dementia to some companies just come in and do bingos, but we've talked of scams, whatever the seniors are really wanting at that time. We'll kind of just schedule around whoever's willing to come in and give that talk. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so it could be a talk about planning for the future financially, or so it could be an educational talk or a fun activity.
Yeah, correct. Correct.
Okay.
We have some stuff around Christmas, some holiday stuff, kind of paint and do some cookies and crafts and exchange, dozens of cookies. So, yeah,
Oh, okay.
geared towards our seniors.
Do the seniors have some input into that? Do they say, oh, well, if we would like to learn about this sometime, or we would like to do this sometime?
Yeah, so sometimes they will tell Jan that they're interested in this, and she will reach out to whomever she can coordinate to come in and do that. I know like Shelby PD's come in and done the scam. We've had a bank financial institution come in and do some different stuff as well. So
Okay.
yeah.
So a great time to learn about some things for safety as well, or other aspects
Yeah.
that could be helpful for the future.
Yep. Yep. We've done, I'm trying to sit here and think, a doctor's come in and talk about, a podiatrist about diabetes. So it's really any topic that we can
Wide
get.
ranged. Are those publicized in advance so people can pick, oh, I really want to learn about that? And
Yes, we do kind of market them. We market more so in-house for the members, and they'll come in and they'll just register and sign up. And typically we'll provide some snacks for them unless the company's bringing in the lunches for lunch and
Right.
learn. So
okay.
yeah.
Now, seniors who are already a member, can they bring a friend? Can they like buy a pass to bring a friend, or how does that work
Yeah,
if they want to
so
invite someone?
We do have the guest passes, so we're more than happy to give those out because once you get in the door, it's going to be hard for you to leave. So
Yeah.
not
Something you're
just
going to fall
biased,
in
I
love
know.
with once you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we do. We give out some guest passes. So if anybody needs any, just come ask for myself or anybody at the front desk, and we'll be happy to get some guest passes.
So the best way to get information is to come in. But if they're researching before they come, is there information on the website?
Yes, it's clevecoymca.org. So just go on there, and we have different tabs, and they'll find the Healthy Aging tab to go under.
Okay.
And then there's some contact information as well if they have further questions.
Okay. And they can also call
Correct.
if they wanted to call and ask questions.
Absolutely.
And then if they wanted to come in and inquire, they can bring their insurance card and find out if their insurance is going to cover a
Correct.
membership. Now, if they are part of the Silver Sneakers, does that limit what they can and can't do at the Y, or they can do everything?
Yep, they're a member. So.
That is incredible.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And we like to tell people just to check it in case, because you might be paying for it through your insurance and you have no idea that you're paying for it already, So come on, just bring that insurance card, we'll run it. And again, if your insurance doesn't pay for it, doesn't mean that you don't get to get a membership. You can still.
You can still buy
Correct.
membership. And they're really reasonable.
Yep.
And it's really worth it to
Yep.
be there and to have access
Yep.
to the resources and be part of the group.
Correct. And we
Just
also
be
have
there.
financial aid, so don't be hesitant to come in and see us.
Okay. So they can talk about that as well. If it's something that's out of their income, then they can talk to you about that and
Correct.
possibly apply for some aid for
Yeah.
that membership. So you really try to be inclusive of
Yep.
everybody.
Absolutely. We don't turn anybody away. So
Well, so fun. Thank you for being
Yes,
on the
of
show.
course. Thanks
and
for
I
having me.
appreciate the information, and I hope everybody is staying healthy, doing exercise of some sort, 150 minutes a week?
Yep.
150 minutes a week of some type of exercise and physical activity to stay healthy. Remember, it helps not only your body but your brain, and we also want to feel good, not just look good. Don't forget to eat healthy and drink a lot of water as well and stay hydrated. If you have any questions, please visit the Cleveland County Family YMCA and they'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. And we're also available at Terabella Shelby to answer any questions that you have and share information. Please let us know. And thank you for watching Senior Moments. We'll see you back next time.